Sorry but not sorry, boxing talk with Cam J Network, and we back with some boxing talk, man. And to start off this video, everybody go subscribe to Cam J Network on YouTube and follow Cam J Network on all platforms, man. We working, and we gonna go ahead and get straight to the business, man. After Lomachenko ducked Tank Davis recently, now everything is leading up to Tank Davis fighting Shakur Stevenson possibly. And we already know with Shakur Stevenson, he got a whole situation right now where the WBC mandated him to fight William Zepeda, and that fight goes up for purse bid August 20th. So I don't think they've been in any negotiations as of recently, but I don't think Tank and his team is going to make an offer until that situation is figured out. Plus, Shakur Stevenson is a free agent and he still hasn't signed with a new boxing promotional company. So everybody that's been talking about far as why Tank won't send the offer, that's the reason why. Because Shakur got two situations ongoing right now. His mandated situation with Williams Zepeda and himself being a free agent. So there you go. But I know everybody's been questioning, is Tank going to send the offer? Tank wants that fight. Tank has Shakur Stevenson on the hit list. It's all about what Shakur is going to do when Tank sends that offer. Now, in my opinion, yeah, Shakur Stevenson had a little situation. His team, they've been speaking out. Josh Dubin, one of his managers, said last week that Tank's team need to make it financially viable for Shakur, which is crazy. And then he started mentioning Shakur's ESPN viewership numbers and everything. Hey, I'm gonna say this now. Shakur, do not outprice yourself for this fight, bro. The most you done made in a fight was $3 million. You're gonna make way more than that fighting Tank Davis. You're gonna make the biggest payday of your whole boxing career fighting Tank Davis. Whatever Tank Davis and his team offer you, you need to take it. You know what I'm saying? I can see you not taking anything less than three for sure. That's lowballing for sure. But if they offering you more than 3 million, you need to take the offer, man. If they are, I know they probably gonna offer you a percentage on the back end for the pay-per-view money. You need to take the offer, man. Don't outprice yourself for this fight, man, because you gonna end up being to blame for why this fight don't happen. And Shakur definitely, in my opinion, he need to go where the smoke is at, man. PBC is where the smoke is at. I don't see Shakur signing with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn don't have any valuable fighters at 135 over there at Matchroom Boxing. Even with, Oscar already said that he's not interested in signing him, even though he was clout chasing off of the Shakur name with Williams Zepeda for a whole year. And now he's saying, oh, Williams Zepeda, he has options. He's number one contender in all the sanctioning bodies, which is true. He is. Williams Zepeda is the number one contender for all four of the main sanctioning bodies. But Oscar, it sounded like he's ducking the fight for Zepeda with Shakur Stevenson, which is nasty work, super nasty work on his behalf, man. Especially after you've been calling out Shakur for Zepeda throughout a whole year on social media, man. That's definitely nasty work. But going forward, like I said, the fight that I personally want to see, and I definitely can speak for a lot of boxing fans, a lot of people want to see Shakur Stevenson fight Tank Davis, and that's the fight that I'm pushing. I know Tank wants to fight, and his team wants to fight. I know Calvin Ford been saying some little stuff. We ain't worried about what Calvin Ford is saying. We talking about what the, the fans want. The fans want Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson in November. I think the time is now while both of these guys is in their prime. Both of these guys is champion in the 135 division. Shakur has the WBC title. Tank has the WBA title at 135. It's time to get it cracking, man. It's definitely time, man. I think it's going to be an amazing fight. You know, my early prediction for myself, I think Tank going to win the fight by knockout personally. But we shall see, man. Hopefully, Shakur can take care of this mandatory situation with Zepeda, and we can get this fight sooner than later. You know what I mean? But I can see a situation where Shakur's team, they may be on it like, well, we'll take another fight with somebody else, like Zepeda or somebody else, so we can build up leverage for the fight, for as having some leverage in the negotiations with Tank, which is me personally, I don't think that's going to be able to work either. You know what I'm saying? Because Shakur's never fought on pay per view. He doesn't do crazy numbers for as ticket sales. He didn't even sell out his hometown of New Jersey in his last fight. He did 8,400 tickets. Um, and then what? His gate didn't even do over $1 million. He did a 905,000 plus gate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the numbers. Like when it comes to the negotiations, they're going to talk. The PBC is going to talk about the numbers, and they're going to give an offer basically off of Shakur's numbers. And that's how the behind the scenes work for us boxing, you know what I'm saying? If you don't got great numbers, for as you not being much of a draw, then a lot of these promotional companies gonna offer you based off of the numbers that you're producing. And in Shakur's case, he's never been on pay per view, always fought on free TV throughout his whole professional career. And I don't think that they're not going to overpay Shakur for a fight with Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis is not going to let down his leverage for a fight with Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be stupid too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see this being like Earl Spence and Bud Crawford all over again as far as the negotiations. But it's a total different situation because of it, because the widespread of leverage between Tank and Shakur is not even close. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis been on pay per view, his last 8 to 10 fights, and his last 2 fights he's been doing incredible numbers for as live gates. Tank literally in his last fight did 14 million on live gate, and that's more money than Shakur has in all of his live gates out of his whole career, man. So that's what I'm saying. Shakur can't really come to the table and try to get any leverage because he don't have any leverage. You know what I mean? But that's my personal take for us that on Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. Shakur, definitely make a wise choice on who you're gonna sign with. You know what I mean? And we'll go from there, my brother. And more news. It's fight week, man. Fight week for Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. I'm excited about this fight card. Definitely one of the best fight cards of the year, man. Today, Bud Crawford sparring footage with Andre Ward dropped today, man. I posted some of that on my other socials on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and Threads. And amazing sparring footage, man. Both of them look sharp, man. Andre Ward, for him not being, in the ring for 7 years, far as in actual professional fights, man, he looks sharp in the ring still, man. So I'm definitely interested to see if Andre Ward gonna make a comeback. But other than that, like I said, it's fight week, man. This Saturday, Bud Crawford is fighting Israel Madrimov for the WBA 154 title and the WBO interim title this Saturday on the zone. Big card, man. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheik and Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn and them for putting this together, and other companies, because it's a mixture of a lot of fighters from PBC, Top Rank, Matchroom Boxing, um, Golden Boy, all on this card, man. This is a big card, man. I'm gonna just run down some of the fights on this card. First, like I said, the main event is Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov, and the co-main event. I'm big on this fight. This is a PBC fight. No, shout out to Al Heyman. Pitbull Cruz versus Jose Valenzuela for the WBA 140 title. I'm excited about that fight. That's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. I'm definitely ready for that fight for sure. And you got Martin Bacoli fighting Jared Big Baby Anderson. Shout out to Jared Anderson from Toledo, Ohio. Ohio up, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that fight. You got David Morrell versus, I ain't gonna say his name, man, but I heard dude is a tough opponent. David Morrell on the card for the WBA 175 interim title. Um, I'm definitely excited for that fight and just to see David Morrell back in action. Um, at 175, he moved up from 168 to 175. This is his first fight at 175, and I'm interested to see how his skills translate at 175 for sure. And you got Andy Cruz, the young 135 prospect from Eddie Hearn, fighting Antonio Moran, and that's a big fight. And there's another fight on the card. I don't know those guys' names, so I ain't gonna even speak on them. But this card is fire, man. Oh, and you got Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller too. That's another banger on the card as well too. Big heavyweight banger, and I'm excited to see Andy Ruiz back. I'm excited to see Andy Ruiz back in the ring, man. I ain't seen him in a while. And I think he gonna get the knockout on Jarrell Big Baby Miller, man. Jarrell Big Baby Miller, he too big in the ring, man. He be getting gas, man. So I'm excited for this card, man, for sure, man. This gonna be crazy. Gonna be a lot of promo for myself this week for this card. And in other news, Canelo is fighting Edgar Berlanga September 14th, which is pure nasty work. I told y'all Canelo fans, y'all down bad right now, man. Y'all been ducking that man David Benavidez for 3 years. Y'all made my man David Benavidez end up staying at 175, and David Benavidez is going to get the winner of Beterbiev and Bevel, which is that fight is later this year. And I know David Benavidez recently said that he's going to get back in the ring before the year ends, so I'm excited about that. But Canelo fighting Edgar Berlanga is literally a big cherry pick, man. This man, Canelo been cherry picking a lot of these fights, man, towards the end of his career, dog. And like at this point, you just on exhibition timing, man. You might as well go ahead and hang him up and retire soon, man. For real, cause you're not giving the fans what the fans want to see. We want to see you fight the best, and you're clearly not fighting the best. Edgar Berlanga, he ain't done nothing for a Canelo fight. He been fighting nothing but Irishman. Ever since he signed with Eddie Hearn and he got dropped by Top Rank, he fighting nothing but journeyman out there, man. And Canelo fans be asking, oh, David Benavidez, what he do for a fight for Canelo? What has Edgar Berlanga do for a fight with Canelo? Like, are you shitting me? Let's be real. Like, come on. Like, it's just nasty word from Canelo, man. Like, he's really tarnishing his legacy with, moving the way he's been moving for as cherry picking these fights, man. Like, he ain't fought anybody that we honestly wanted to see him fight since Caleb Plant in 2021. And that was the last time he got a knockout. So, man, we gonna see, man, what happens, man. Of course, I got Canelo beating Edgar Berlanga. I wouldn't even be surprised if he knocked him out, honestly, man, for real, man. But it's pure nasty work on Canelo, man. You on sucker timing, man. You on real live clown timing, dog. But we out of here, man. Sorry but not sorry, boxing talk, man. Subscribe to the channel, Cam J Network. Like and comment on this video, and we out.